In this video, we're going to be talking about investing in FAANG stocks. I'll show you exactly how to do it, a number of ways, and how easy it is. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Kersten Show, where every episode we talk about business, entrepreneurship, investing, and personal growth. Today we're going to be going through in my computer the FAANG stocks, which stands for Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, and Google. You've probably already heard a little bit about these stocks as they are a tremendous weight carrier in the technology sector of the stock market. Anytime Facebook goes down or Netflix goes down, typically that whole sector of the market kind of comes down with it because they carry such a big load. That's not always the case, but you know, like I said, if you're looking at the technology sector as a whole, sometimes it is. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button down below. Also, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified each time we upload a new episode, and be sure to share it with a friend. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, so here we are in my computer, and currently we're looking at these stocks through Robinhood.com. Now, I'm gonna have a link down in the description if you want to go sign up for Robinhood. I think it gives you like a $5 or something of free stock if you use that link. So go ahead and check that out down in the description below. But going into it, what I particularly like about Robinhood is it's very simple to use. It's not overly complicated, and you can buy whole shares of stocks. You can also trade options and short stocks if you want to, and that's a pretty cool feature. And all this is just so simple. You don't even have to have a broker to call up on or email or whatever to do the trades for you. You can do them instantly on the computer or on your phone. But anyways, going on, so here's Facebook. Right now, currently priced at 178.53 cents. Today, it is down 0.05, okay? This is for the day. This is the after hours because it's already closed for the day. But Facebook over the past week is up just a little bit, 0.2%. For the past month, it's up 10%. 3 months, 20% basically. Past year, it's up 7.66% because it had a little, it went up and then went down and it's kind of coming back up to where it was. And then over the past 5 years is up 197%. That's unbelievable. That makes me wish I'd start putting a whole lot more money into Facebook, 5 years ago. Really, actually 2012. Which is actually when it kind of came out. So it's actually right at 5 years that Facebook came out. So again, you make your own judgment and decision on whether you think that's a good buy or not. Robinhood does have a little analyst agreement. It says 81% of the analysts say that Facebook is still a buy. I think it is. More and more companies are continuously to put more and more money into online advertising, and Facebook is pretty much, one of the top places where money's going towards advertising, in addition to Google, and we'll get there in a minute. So that's the F in FAANG. There's 2 A's in the acronym FAANG. The second one doesn't really matter, I guess, which order, but Amazon. Okay, Amazon, we all know that company very well. 0.10% today. Let's see, 0.086 over the past week, 7.6 over the past month, over the 3 months, 10%, 1 year, 27%. So that's pretty good compared to Facebook's 1 year. And over the last 5 years, 487%. Golly, it's ridiculous. Analysts say it's 100%. Of course it is, man. Of course it is. Amazon is the freaking conglomerate of e-commerce. Largest website to buy stuff in the world. And it's only probably going to get bigger. So do what you want with it. Second one, Apple. You know what's funny? Personally, I do not own a single Apple product. I just don't care for them. I don't know. I don't like their phones. I don't care much for their computers. I'm an Android person, but they're doing something right because in the past day, 2%, basically. The past week, 1%. Past month, 8.37%. And all these numbers, guys, are phenomenal compared to traditional stock investing. I mean, if your entire portfolio is giving you a 7 to 8% return year over year, that's not bad, all right? But over the past 3 months, 32% return, 15% increase on Apple over the past year. And over the past 5 years, y'all ready for this? 172%. Pretty good. Pretty good. Over the past 5 years, that's a great return. So, gives you a little bit more information about the company. Apple, obviously, gives out dividends, which is very nice. Not all companies do. Like if you go back to Amazon, no dividends. Facebook, no dividends. Dividends is basically where they pay you whether the company loses or gains in stock value. They're still going to pay you a dividend, right? You can kind of go research some more information on that, or that should be maybe a good video that I'll put out in the future. But anyways, continuing on, Netflix. Everybody knows Netflix. Man, this is another one that's going to have an awesome 5 year because I've kind of done a little bit of research on it lately. Today, it's down 1.31%. My guess on that is because 2 days ago they put out their earnings for Q1 and it wasn't what analysts were projecting. So anytime that happens, it'll typically have a dip for a little while. Like if we look at the week, see this is where they this is where they put out their earnings the other day and just dropped. But I guarantee it's going to come right back up. It always does. So negative 3.15% for the week. We're looking at negative 0.5 for the past month. And I know what you're thinking, like, Jeremy, why are you showing us this stock? It's not doing so well. Yeah, it is. Because in the past 3 months, they're only down 0.4 or 1.4, sorry, or 0.14. Netflix over the past year, though, is still at a 7.23 return, which is, like I said, still good. And look at this. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. 643% over the past 5 years. I remember I was one of the earlier, not the very first or anything like that, or like probably not even the first, second year, but I got Netflix when they still had CDs. I don't know if you remember that, like when you could still rent DVDs as an option, like a second part of their business model. I think that was the original business model, was the DVDs, you get them in the mail, then you return them when you're done. Then they went kind of digital with smart TVs and Roku and all that kind of stuff. And that part of the business really took off, especially when internet speeds just got faster and all that. So, man, they've had a tremendous amount of growth over the past 5 years, and I think it's only going to get bigger. I mean, there is more competition. Hulu and Amazon, and the other companies see this trend, and so that's where it's going. So, we'll see. All right, and then the last one, G in FAANG, is Google, but it is owned by parent company Alphabet. They put all the companies that they owned under this one name, Alphabet. So Google it's all in the same. Stock price at $12.40 today, 0.67% increase for the day. For the past week, 2.7 or 2.57. For the past month, 4.14. Over 3 months, 13.7%. That's pretty good in 3 months, man. If you're getting 13% returns. Over the past year, 16.86, and over the 5 year, y'all ready? Boom, 128. I mean, that's awesome. It really is. You go look at other stocks in other sectors, they're not doing anything near like this. Technology is what they call an aggressive area of stocks because it could sway so much. So that's your options kind of purchasing this with Robinhood. Again, link down in the bottom below. But also real quick, I wanted to show you, and one thing you can do also, if you're a little shy about purchasing, the stock is, like, Jeremy, I don't have $1,240 to buy a share of, Google. That's why you come over to Stash. In Stash, you can get started and buy what's called, fractional stocks, which is just pieces of a stock. You could start with as little as $5, $10, $15, whatever you have. $100 to go put into individual stocks on Stash. Also, Stash has funds. So for example, there's a fund that I'm looking at right here called Internet Titans, okay? And they've got like dozens and dozens of stocks in their category, which is going to be in ETFs, right? The exchange traded funds, and then the stocks, single individual stocks. But if you go down here to this particular fund, Internet Titans, which is technically called the First Trust Dow Jones Internet Index Fund, okay? Its top holdings, 10% of the entire fund is Amazon, 7.9 is Facebook, 5.5 is PayPal, it's a good company, 5.34 is Netflix, 5.03 is Alphabet, and then you can go search this particular fund like this in Google, and you can get the rest of what's in that fund, and it's going to be smaller portions and everything of there. Just go in like something like this and look into it deeper. I'm not going to do it for this video, but so that's how you can get into maybe a more broader area, but of one sector. So if you're thinking, if you want to diversify, instead of just having Facebook or just having Netflix, you can get a little bit of those all together by going to Stash. And again, I'll put a link down in the description below for you to use Stash. And just like Robinhood, I think you can get a free $5 when you sign up using my links. So check that out. And that's it, guys. All right, guys, that about sums it up. As you can see, it's a pretty simple way that you can get involved in the FAANG stocks and make a little bit of money for yourself maybe this year. I am not a financial advisor, so you should do your own due diligence and research. But happy investing, good luck. Be sure to subscribe again if you haven't already. And until next time, take care.